His progenitor, however, was still struggling with his, muttering under his breath. Pograk watched, suspecting that he knew what the problem was, but unsure if he should offer his advice. After all, he was the lowly heir, in no way qualified to give direction to the equal above all. The cabin door buzzed, then an intercom cut in. It was Lieutenant Hernandez's voice. "We're about ready to start warming the ship, but I'm reading a suit problem in your quarters." "The suit you gave me is malfunctioning," snapped the equal above all. "It will not seal properly." "Are you sure?" The human's tone sounded dubious. "We tested them extensively. It should be fully functional." "Well, it is not." The equal above all tried to achieve the sealing sequence again, to no avail. "I'm coming in." It wasn't a request. It was a statement. "I'm kind of an expert on suit malfunctions, having survived one myself." True to her word, the hatch slid open a moment later, and she entered. "Let's see now." The equal above all looked as though he wanted to order her to leave him alone, but even Pograk knew that would be a futile exercise. And if she obeyed, the equal above all would be confined to an emergency area for the entirety of the flight. So, he suffered her to examine the suit. "Ah, I got it," she said, an embarrassingly short time later. "You didn't set this up here. Let me just... quick override. Reset. Uh-huh. And there we go. That should seal properly now." Moments later, the cheerful beep indicated that it was done. Pograk was impressed despite himself. He'd been basically correct as far as he could tell, but she'd corrected the problem faster than he would have been able to explain it. Before he could say anything, she'd done a quick visual inspection of his own suit, and nodded approvingly. "Well, you did yours okay." Tilting her head, she pursed her mobile lips. "Why didn't you help your dad with his?" Caught on the spot, he struggled for an answer. It was not my place to—" A slice of her hand cut off his excuse. "Rule number 1 in this business, kiddo. If someone needs help, you help. Doesn't matter if you're an ensign and they're an admiral. If you've got know-how that they need, you offer." She turned to the equal above all. "Rule number 2. If you're stuck, never be too proud to ask for or accept help, even from someone of lower rank." "That is not the Tanarak way," the equal above all stated, drawing himself up. "Weakness is to be exploited, and showing weakness is fatal." She gave him a long look. "So, how's that working out for you these days?" Without giving him the chance to respond, she turned toward the hatch. "They're warming the ship. You need to come out, just to make sure that your suits are working okay." Waiting just long enough, in Pograk's opinion, to make it clear that he was not following her orders, the equal above all followed her out. Pograk went as well. He didn't want to find out the hard way that his heat suit wasn't working after all. The warming of the ship proceeded without incident. Thwicka and Sadok emerged from their quarters wearing their own heat suits. Thwicka also had with her a flat square box. She came straight over to Pograk where he stood at his progenitor's side and said, "Excuse me, do you mind if I steal your son for a while?" Realizing he was being addressed, the equal above all looked suspiciously at her. "What do you need my offspring for? Are you intending to play some childish prank upon him?" She twisted her tentacles in confusion, sparkling lights illuminating her dermis from within. "No, why would I do that? I wanted to pass the time by teaching him how to play chess. It's a human strategy game, and it's a lot of fun." "Strategy?" The equal above all looked at the box. "What does a child, a Fazaripi child, know of strategy?" Her tentacles stilled, and she stared back at him fearlessly. "Why don't you show me how to play it properly, then?" Off to the side, Pograk saw Sadok about to move forward, then restrained by Lieutenant Hernandez. He was too far away to hear what she said to him, but he decided that she'd explained how it was not a good idea to anger the equal above all over such a small thing. "Perhaps I will. How is this chess played?" Pograk, and thus his progenitor, came from a long line of Tanarak warriors. Strategy was virtually ingrained in their bloodline. Surely there would be little difficulty in teaching Thwicka the error of her ways. "Here, I'll show you." Thwicka acquired a small table and opened the box to show a board with black and white squares. Moving quickly, her tentacles set up the pieces in their appropriate squares. "And they move like this." One piece at a time, she demonstrated their movement capabilities. It was simple enough, Pograk decided. The odd piece with the animal head was a little puzzling, but surely it would not be problematic with the game as a whole. And to win the game, one must pin the opposing ruler so that he cannot be rescued. I understand. The equal above all waved a magnanimous paw. You may begin first. Thwicka began play cautiously, no doubt intimidated by the age and experience of her opponent. The equal above all, on the other paw, pushed aggressively from the beginning. But no matter how he tried, he couldn't quite force a victory, despite seeming to have the advantage. And then, when he was but one move from putting her in checkmate, the game had strange terms attached. She moved a piece which had sat quiescent for the whole game. Check, she said clearly. What? The equal above all scanned the board. Oh, he moved a piece. She captured it. Check. The subdermal lights were almost constant by now. What? This time Pograk saw it first. There, father. Her bishop. Oh, well, no matter. He moved his king. She captured another piece. Check. That was when, as his progenitor scanned the board, Pograk suddenly saw it all. Every move the equal above all could make had a counter. She had spent the whole game setting a trap around him, and now she was springing it, one piece at a time. There. Now. Check. Very well, Check. How are you doing this? Just lucky, I suppose. Check. You cannot keep this up forever. That's true. Checkmate. He glared at the pieces, as if he were able to change the situation by sheer willpower. But even Pograk could see there was no way out. That was a good game, Thwicka said. Thank you. I learned a lot. Attention everyone, the intercom announced. This is your captain speaking. We will be arriving at Fazreep Field in T-5 minutes. Local time will be 0900 hours, and weather will be a gentle breeze from the northwest with some high cirrus clouds. For our cryobiological passengers, the temperature will be a balmy 293 Kelvin, so please take care to keep your heat suits on. Please take your seats and ensure your tray tables are in an upright and locked position. Thank you for flying Triton Spaceways, and be sure to have an amazing day. Well, that's us, Lieutenant Hernandez said briskly. You all heard the captain. Let's get secured. As she leaned over to assist Thwicka with putting the chess pieces away, Pograk saw her hand down at her side in an odd configuration, palm up. A moment later, Thwicka surreptitiously slapped it with one of her spare tentacles. It took him a few more seconds before he realized what the gesture meant. She knew Thwicka would win, and congratulated her for doing it. In Pograk's world, that didn't happen. A youth who embarrassed an elder like that was disciplined for reaching above their station. Yet Lieutenant Hernandez had praised Thwicka. As he went to his seat, he had a lot to think about. What else are the Fazreepi learning from the humans?